The world is full of watch out fors. Can't do that, and tough, there are no mores.
Today, we're diving into the world of one-season cartoon wonders. Shows that burned bright, but fizzled out fast. From bizarre spin-offs to toy-driven cash grabs, these cartoons left us scratching our heads. Some were so bad, you'll wonder who thought they were a good idea. Let's count them down. At number 10, we have Little Rosie. An animated spin-off of the hit sitcom Roseanne. This show followed a young Rosie and her two best friends, Tess and Buddy, as they used their imaginations to tackle life's challenges, like spelling bees and family vacations, from a treehouse. Sounds wholesome, right? Well, behind the scenes, it was a mess. Roseanne Barr was set to voice Rosie in Season 2, but clashes with ABC over creative changes led to its cancellation. One episode didn't even air until almost a year later. At least we got a primetime special called The Rosie and Buddy Show, where Rosie and Buddy literally fought against meddling executives. Talk about meta! Number 9 is The New Adventures of He-Man. This sequel series took He-Man into the future, trading the fantasy world of Eternia for a sci-fi setting on the planet Primus. Fans of the original weren't impressed. The tone was completely different, and the character designs were, well, let's just say they didn't exactly scream Masters of the Universe. Mattel tried to cash in with a new line of He-Man toys, but the show's shift from fantasy to sci-fi turned off fans. And let's not forget the awkward PSAs at the end of each episode. Don't panic. Sure, Skeletor. Coming in at number 8 is The Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3.
Superpowers, the Super Mario Brothers rescued Princess Toadstool and beat back the evil Koopa family. Get those flutters!
This animated series brought Mario, Luigi, Princess Toadstool, and Toad to TV, battling King Koopa in action-packed adventures. It was fun, colorful, and full of references to the games, like power-ups and world maps. But despite its charm, it only lasted one season, with 26 episodes produced before it was canceled. Still, it's a nostalgic gem for 90s kids. And hey, at least it wasn't as weird as the Super Mario Bros. Super Show with Captain Lou Albano. Number 7 is Swamp Thing, the animated series.
Swamp Thing, you are amazing. Oh, Swamp Thing.
Yes, the dark, brooding comic book hero got a kid-friendly makeover. Scientist Alec Holland becomes Swamp Thing after a lab accident and protects the bayou from evil forces. But instead of leaning into the horror elements, this version was more of a goofy, kid-friendly adventure. Think Toxic Crusaders, but with more plants. Despite its limited run, the show did manage to spawn a line of action figures and a poorly received NES game. Swamp Thing, you are not amazing. At number 6, we have Barnyard Commandos. This show was about farm animals turned into hyper-intelligent paramilitary troops after eating radioactive waste. Yes, really. The Rams Rebel Army, a team of military sheep, fought the Porks Platoon, a group of rebel killer pigs, in a bizarre attempt to sell toys. Only 4 episodes aired before the show was pulled, and honestly, the toy commercials were more memorable than the show itself. Who thought radioactive farm animals were a good idea? Number 5 might surprise you. TaleSpin. This beloved Disney show about Baloo the bear running a cargo freight business only lasted 1 season, but it had a long life in reruns. The show featured characters from The Jungle Book, like Baloo, Louie the orangutan, and Shere Khan, alongside new additions like Kit Cloudkicker and Rebecca Cunningham. It was fun, adventurous, and full of heart. So why only 1 season? Well, it wasn't technically cancelled, it just wasn't renewed. And with 65 episodes produced, it had a long life in syndication. Still, it's wild to think such a classic only got 1 shot. Number 4 is the Wizard of Oz animated series.
We have to save the wizard.
Dorothy returns to Oz to fight the resurrected Wicked Witch, who's stolen all the gifts given to her friends. The show ended on a cliffhanger, with the wizard still drifting in his balloon. Fans of the original movie might have been confused, though, since the show treated Oz as a real place, not a dream. And let's just say, the continuity issues didn't help. Still, it's an interesting footnote in Oz history. At number 3, we have Wake, Rattle, and Roll. This mix of live-action skits and animated shorts featured a boy named Sam and his robot, Dex. The show introduced 2 new Hanna-Barbera series, Monster Tales and Fender Bender. It was quirky, fun, and totally 90s. But it only lasted 1 season before fading into obscurity. Still, it's a fun time capsule of the era. Number 2 is The New Kids on the Block, the animated series. Yes, the boy band got their own cartoon. Each episode followed the group as they traveled to concerts, only to be sidetracked by wacky adventures. The animation was rushed, and the live-action footage was awkwardly edited in to cover up mistakes. But hey, at least they got a primetime Christmas special out of it. NKOTB forever. And finally, at number 1, we have Fish Police.
Trust me, being a good cop in a bad town can be murder.
This show was, well, it was something else. Based on a comic book, Fish Police was a noir-style detective series set in a city full of anthropomorphic fish. Yes, fish. The show followed Inspector Gill, a hard-boiled detective trying to solve crimes in a world of fishy characters. Despite its unique premise and star-studded voice cast, including John Ritter and Tim Curry, Fish Police was cancelled after just 6 episodes. It was too weird for kids and too silly for adults, making it the ultimate 1-season wonder. Who thought a fish noir detective show was a good idea? Apparently, someone did, and we're all the better for it. Well, there you have it, our countdown of 1-season cartoon wonders. Did any of these bring back memories? Or maybe you're discovering them for the first time and wondering what the 90s were thinking. Let us know in the comments.
I'm too tired. I'm so tired. I'm too tired.